very much. It's always a pleasure for us to have so many of you with us. And we hope we'll add to your pleasure by playing some of your favorite songs during this next half hour. But right now, let's hear what the quartet has to sing about. Once in a while, Kenny Gardner remembers that he was born out west and brought up in Iowa and Nebraska. And that's why he gives a special attention to a Western song. And that's why he sings My One and Only Heart with such feeling.
$5 from last week's pay, some picture postcards from Santa Fe. I saved all that, but I gave away my one and only heart. I met this angel in Joe's Cafe, the living image of Salome. In no time even I gave away my one and only heart. My one and only heart. My one and only heart. You'll never more be lonely, my one and only heart. I've got one lighter that's off the beam, a pawn shop ticket I can't redeem. I saved all that, but I gave a dream, my one and only heart. My poor knees trembled, my whole frame shook. She had me flipping with just one look. In one split second she went and took my one and only heart. My one and only heart. My one and only heart. You'll never more be lonely, my one and only heart. I've got 2 papers with last week's news, some extra laces for last year's shoes. Saved all that, but I had to lose my one and only heart. But I'm real grateful to Joe's Cafe. My blue-eyed plateful is sure okay, and I'm not sorry I gave away my one and only heart.
Sometime when you're wondering what to do on those long winter nights or any other time you have nothing special to do, it's good fun to get out those old records, the ones you used to think were the greatest things you'd ever heard, and play them over again. Sometimes you'll revive a lot of wonderful memories and think of special events and special dates. And I'm pretty certain that you'll get a lot of laughs, too, when you hear all those musical effects that you used to think were so wonderful. Because times do change over the years, especially in recordings and in music. Now here's a song called Let's Do It Again, and it features the Lombardo Trio. That's Cliff Grass, Kenny Gardner, and Fred Higman. And incidentally, there's a trumpet solo by my brother Liebert. The whole number's a lot of fun, so let's get on with Let's Do It Again.
used to rag up the jazz on pianos. Let's do it again. They used to sing, yes, we have no bananas. Let's do it again. They had a Charleston beat to lift their feet in 1924. And Dapper Dan, the drummer man, would try to knock his cymbal on the floor. They used to do whack-a-do, whack-a-do-wah. Let's do it again. They used to vo-do-de-o, vo-de-o-do. Let's do it again. And even Sister Kate would shimmy, shake, and wobble like a jelly on a plate. They used to get such a kick out of living. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
We're always happy when you folks spend special evenings with us. And we always try to add to the festivities by playing an appropriate song. Now, for instance, to my right, and sitting at a table over here, our couple, a young couple, who are celebrating their first night out since the birth of their son a month ago. They're Mr. and Mrs. Earl Fletcher. Now, they danced by the bandstand a while ago, and they asked us to play their favorite song, which is their new theme song. We're going to have a vocal chorus by Kenny Gardner and a fine trumpet solo by my brother Liebert. The number, My Blue Heaven.
When whippoorwills call and evening is nigh, I hurry to my blue heaven. I turn to the right, a little white light will lead you to my blue heaven. You'll see a smiling face, a fireplace, a cozy room, a little nest that's nestled where the roses bloom. Just Molly and me, and baby makes three. We're happy in my blue heaven.
this number by Buddy Brennan and Fred Kreitzer at the twin pianos sounds effervescent, it certainly is, because the title is Bubble, Bubble, Bubble. And if you folks looking around the room see someone you think is very familiar, you're probably right, because we have with us this evening a very famous recording star, Miss Toni Arden. Now, I'm going over to visit Toni at the guest table, and while I do, we'll have Buddy Brennan and Fred Kreitzer play Bubble, Bubble, Bubble. Say, Toni, the last time you were here and you and I talked about your records, you know, I got so interested that I forgot to ask you about your early training in singing. Now, who taught you to sing?
Well, Guy, I've always considered myself rather fortunate because I'm very proud to say I had a very wonderful teacher, and that was my dad. You know, he taught me to sing in various languages, such as French, Italian, and Spanish, and now I'm studying a little Greek, too.
Well, that's amazing. Well, how soon did you start singing, for instance?
Well, my mother told me that she discovered I had a talent for singing ever since I was 9 months old, you know. My dad used to sing a lot of very beautiful operas around the house, and I used to sort of sing after him, you know.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And I played piano at 14 months, too.
Well, now, wait a minute. Piano, singing at that young age?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Toni, I'd call you a bit of a genius.
Well, thank you, Guy.
Oh, now that we're going to have a song from you, and tell us, what are you going to sing in, one of the foreign languages or maybe in English?
Well, this evening I'm going to sing in English.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I suppose I get right back in the bandstand and tell the folks all about it.
Wonderful.
While I was talking to Toni Arden at our guest table, I found out that Toni sings in 5 different languages. But tonight, she's going to sing in English. And here's the song, It All Depends on You.
I can be happy and I can be sad. I can be good or I can be bad. It all depends on you. I can be lonely out in a crowd. I can be humble and I can be proud. It all depends on you. I can save money or spend it, go right on living, or end it. You're to blame, honey, for what I do. I know that I can be beggar and I can be king. I can be almost any old thing. It all depends on you. Don't blame me, honey, for what I do. Can't help it, honey, I'm so in love with you. When I'm not near you, I feel so blue. But when I'm with you, so many things I can do. I can save money or spend it, go right on living, or end it. You're to blame, honey, for what I do. I know that I can be beggar and I can be king. I can be almost any old thing. It all depends. It all depends. It all depends on you.
Originally, this next number was part of an orchestral suite called Souvenir of Vienna. But I guess most of you remember it from a fine motion picture called Intermezzo. And that's what the name of this song is, Intermezzo. It features all the Royal Canadians, but if you'll notice in the second chorus, there'll be a duet by two of my brothers. My brother Victor plays soprano, and my brother Carmen will be playing the flute. Here is Intermezzo. Well, we hope you'll join us again real soon for more of your favorite songs. So till we meet again, this is Guy Lombardo saying good luck, goodbye, and God bless you.